Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Elizabeth with Wandering Soul Enterprises. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thanks for continuing with me. If you're new, please be sure to subscribe from all the Archetypes and Elements videos, as well as all my other content that I'm putting up on the channel. And if you resonate with this video, if you could give it a thumbs up or put a comment below, I'd really appreciate it. So in this session, we're going to be talking about the nature child. So this is one of the archetype cards from the Carolyn Mace Archetypes deck. The light attributes of the nature child are friendships with animals and communication with nature spirits. And in the shadow attribute, the nature child has a tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. So if you're new to this series, you might want to go check out my introduction video where I explain how the spread works. We're looking at the archetype through the lens of the 4 elements that I have represented here below, and then the 5th element of spirit represented by the Goddess Inspiration Oracle, the Gods and Titans Oracle, and the major arcana of my 3 tarot decks. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Let's see, get my booklet here. So these little cards are from the Colin Hall Working with the 4 Elements deck. They're little oracle cards, and I like to read the affirmations that come along with them. So from the element of earth, we got Bacchus, card number 6. Okay. So Bacchus is a great diva, king of wine. You can see him emerging through the grapevines, expending his aura to every vine, endless working and focus on the work he has to do. He is a teacher of nature and the astral world. The rays of color light are being directed to the vine seeds. Bacchus is the balance between the spirit and the earth. Suggestion: in your meditation, visualize a golden light entering through your crown chakra and flowing through your body into the earth. Affirmation: I work in the golden light. Okay, so what else from the element of earth? We got the 6 of Pentacles. That's interesting, another 6. So 6 of Diamonds from the Sailor Jerry deck. From the Rider-Waite, we've got the 3 of Pentacles. From the Antique Anatomy Tarot, the 6 of Coins again. We get a lot of duplicates in these readings, but it's always interesting. Oh my gosh, wow. And then from the Wildwood Tarot, we got 6 of Stones, Exploitation. Wow, very interesting. So definitely a lot of 6s in this element of earth, 4 6s. And I'm getting a vibe here about the need for balance, and especially with this exploitation card, I'm seeing that represented as the shadow side of the nature child. And then with the 3 of Pentacles, it's about needing to work together, coming together to preserve things and to the nature child card says friendships with animals, communication with the nature spirits. So I'm seeing this as like needing to be part of the team with the natural environment and animals and those around you. Okay, so with the element of air, we've got Passing Cloud, card number 5. Just looking it up real quick. Okay. The card representing the element air two people coming together, the student and the teacher. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. As you look at the card, you can see they are communicating with their minds. The element air is the symbol for the mind. You can see between the two people is another teacher ready to take over when the student progresses. The bird on the left is a stork, the symbol for new beginnings. The lotus flower over the head is open to allow the communication to take place. Suggestion: look into the clouds and let your mind wander. See what shapes you see in the clouds. The air spirits are always around. Affirmation: I and the teacher are becoming one. So I think that's interesting because they mentioned that Bacchus was a teacher in the description of that card. So this is also about teacher-student relationships. So that maybe that would resonate for some of you in like an educational path. Maybe the nature child has a need to seek education about the natural world that they're interested in. I know that in the Sacred Contracts book, Carolyn Mace mentions that veterinarians and animal rights activists might resonate with this archetype. So if you're thinking about becoming a veterinarian, or if you are a veterinarian, maybe the educational component of that is coming through in this reading. So also from the element of air, we have the Jack of Spades, the Knight of Swords. How about that? Okay. Well, there's always repetition, but there's a lot tonight. Let's see. The Eight of Blades and the Six of Arrows. Yeah, so I'm getting an energy of wanting to charge ahead, charge through and cut through illusions. I'm getting that activist energy coming through here. Then I'm also getting with the Eight of Blades, the warning about becoming a victim. You know, so sometimes as activists, we sometimes can fall into this role of feeling like trapped by the other side for all the wrongdoing. So I think that that's sort of a warning against falling into that sort of stuck feeling of victimization. And then with the Six of Arrows, it's about moving from conflict towards calmer waters. So the Knight of Swords is more of that impetuous, youthful, fighting energy. And then the Six of Arrows is urging more peace, like moving forward towards your goals, but in a more peaceful way. So with the element of fire, we have Celtic Rose, card number 10. From the Celtic times up to today, red roses have been the symbol of love. Love and relationships have many pathways, from the interference and also help from people. You have to find what is right for you. All the roses are connected by the Celtic dragon protecting the roses, allowing the aura of the rose to grow. Suggestion: listen to what is being said and then make up your own mind. Affirmation: I will make my own pathway through life. So it's all about independence and using your own discretion, which I love. That's really important. Oh, Ace of Clubs. So about passion, following your passion. Knight of Wands. Very active, like taking action towards the things that you're passionate about. Another Ace of Rods. That's the same as Ace of Clubs. And 5 of Bows, empowerment. So there's a lot of strength in the fire element here. I feel like whoever's tuning in and resonating with this reading may be very passionate about the cause that they're standing for, really passionate about animals or whatever natural cause it is that you're an activist for, I guess. And this passion is driving you forward in action, and you feel a lot of power. The 5 of Bows is an interesting card because in most decks it symbolizes confusion and competition, sometimes game playing, but in this deck, the Wildwood Tarot, it represents empowerment. So I feel like you get your power from the passion that drives you forward, connected with this archetype. So for water, we have card number 8, Rainbow Falls. Okay, and it says, we can go into spiritual places in our meditations, where all the elements are. In the card are the 4 elements by the falls. The 4 elements are in us all, learning to understand that the elements help us to understand ourselves. The angel in the falls is a teacher of the element world. Suggestion: each week meditate on one of the elements. Affirmation: the door of understanding the elements is within us all. Another card about teaching. Wow. I wonder if someone here is like a biology teacher or something like that, where you're teaching children or teaching any level, I guess, about the earth and the environment, like a geography teacher or veterinary science, something like that. It's pretty interesting. We had a lot of teaching energy coming through. So also in the water pile, we have King of Hearts, the 10 of Cups, the 5 of Elixirs, and the Page of Vessels, Otter. Oh, so I'm sensing, that this journey for the nature child has its ups and downs. We've got the 5 of Elixirs, which is a card that usually represents the blues and sorrow. But there's hope. It's usually a card about needing to turn away from the sorrow and these empty bottles and explore these hidden bottles that are still full, haven't been explored yet. And then the 10 of Cups is about happiness. And there's also a rainbow on this card, and Rainbow Falls came out, so that's a beautiful aspect of nature as well. I love seeing rainbows. And then with the King of Hearts here, it's about staying calm in your emotions. So through the thick and the thin, staying calm. And with the Page of Vessels, it's about keeping up that hopeful spirit that attracted you to nature in the first place. Okay. So let me draw one of the goddess cards, and then we'll draw the gods and titans, and then we'll take a look at what came out through the major arcana. we had two that came out. They seemed pretty determined, so I'll take both of them. All right, so I've never been quite sure how to pronounce this goddess's name, but she's so lovely. Agisit? If anyone knows how to pronounce it correctly, let me know. I guess it's hard to do that by typing it, but maybe there's a way. Agisit, goddess of birth. It says, look for help to appear when you most need it. Oh, wow. Remember how this card was saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear? Like, I feel like somebody here is interested in either pursuing an education that has a lot to do with nature, or pursuing an opportunity as a teacher in a subject that has something to do with nature. I don't know, let me know if that resonates for anybody. And then we have the Zorya, the guardian goddesses. Be at peace. The divine feminine watches over you. Okay. Another card about peace. We had that coming through, especially in the swords pile. Well, and a little bit in the water pile too, about life having its ups and downs and just needing to seek peace. Hypnos, sleep. Okay, what does he have to say? It says, being aware and spiritually awake is vital to developing our highest potential. Allowing full rest is vital to self-care. Okay, well, that could be a good message for somebody. You can always call upon Hypnos to assist you in times where stress, study, worry, or insomnia has robbed you of your sleep. Again, I'm really getting the vibe that somebody here is either a teacher or a student or both, and I don't know, maybe a veterinarian studying really hard. Okay, let's see here. So in the major arcana, we have card number 19. Wait, not 19. Sorry. Card number 18, the moon. I should know that. Card number 0, the fool. And card number 12, the mirror. So these three cards together are all reminding me of a journey. So someone here is on a journey. We also had the 6 of arrows come up, which is about a journey. a bunch of knights. The knights are all traveling on a journey. So, and with this passing cloud and this, when the student's ready, the teacher will appear. I feel like someone here is embarking on an exciting journey, exploring their passion. And with the moon, it's about just being comfortable with uncertainty. You don't know what's around the next bend of the river, but it's about being comfortable with that uncertainty. The Fool as well, like he's about to take a step off this cliff, and it's a leap of faith, right? And then we have the Mirror card, which is, it's sort of like the Hanged Man card, which is about inner reflection and sacrifice, but it has some other elements to it as well. And with that river there, it reminds me a lot of the Moon card. But let me read from the book about that one. I'm kind of wondering why it's coming up. This kind of ties in with that Celtic Rose, which is interesting because the Wildwood Tarot has a lot of Celtic symbolism in it too. So it says, patience and prudence are the key words here, although trust plays a large part in the process of crossing to the island where insights into our own unconscious workings may be revealed. This process differs from the journey of the hooded man who makes a conscious decision to withdraw and contemplate the universe. In the Mirror, a surrender of will is required. Yeah, there's a lot of surrender in the major arcana here. Insights may come from dreams and meditations, but now is not the time to force the pace or drive on with a plan or desire until you have heard what your soul has to say and your bruised and wounded spirit has been healed. Be patient, let the journey commence and awaken, afresh and full of energy, ready to deal with the world and the challenges it raises. So there's a strong message in this reading as well to pay attention to your intuition and what your soul is calling you to do. Student teacher link and soul calling. That's what I'm getting here. I also was just getting the nudge to read to you from the book about the Six of Stones exploitation card, because I feel like this really strongly represents the shadow aspect of the nature child. Okay, selfish or foolish overuse of non-sustainable resources implies imbalance in work or business that is damaging to yourself or the environment. The human race's capacity to exploit planetary resources to our own detriment is motivated by a flawed belief that we have the right to do so. As we begin to come to terms with the profound effects of global climate change and the irreversible effects this will have on our children's lives, the human race still struggles to deal with the unresolved issues of how to feed the billions of new human beings born every year. How we will resource the education, health, and social service requirements of entire generations to come seems like a question too painful even to think about. With world financial systems and safeguards breaking down, and faith in any government's ability to tell the truth and act with integrity severely damaged, our social moral codes and once familiar cultural norms appear under enormous strain. We all need to be aware of the price our children will pay for the exploitation of the planet's resources. All right, so on that note, I'm going to close out the reading. Thank you so much for stopping by. Again, if you liked this video, if it resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up, comment below, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for future readings. I've got a lot of pick a card tarot readings, and I'm going to be going through every single card in the Carolyn Mace Archetypes deck to help viewers explore each of these archetypes and identify the ones that they resonate with most strongly that might be part of their core spiritual team. So thanks again, have a good one, and hope to catch you again later. Bye.